民間人への被害は最小限に抑えろ。民間人への被害は最小限に抑えろ。
Wow, Studio Mappa redesigned their What's good? It's a boy dude reviews, and we're back at it once again with another Attack on Titan final season TV versus Blu-ray comparison. This time it is the second part of the Warhammer Titan episode. The first video was just so long to just keep it as one video. It would have gone on for half an hour, and you guys don't want to watch this for half an hour, so let's just split it up into two pieces. And yep, let's kind of check it out once again. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for future TV versus Blu-ray comparisons, and be sure to stay tuned next week as I'll have potentially the second volume of this Blu-ray set. But anyway, we're talking about the Warhammer Titan episode, and right off the bat there is a lot of changes in this episode, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot of damn subtle changes that Studio Mappa went ahead and did, like the Thunder Spears. You actually saw before Mikasa throwing the Thunder Spears towards the Warhammer Titan. I'm loving the blue, I'm loving the green, and I'm loving the purple. Mikasa's Thunder Spear also appears lighter in this shot for some odd reason, but also the light effect sort of below her is sort of removed, and as she is attacking the Warhammer Titan and just looking so graceful in this shot, you can see Magoth and his soldier body sort of duplicated. And yeah, where did all those people come from in the background? There's a lot of them, and we've got the scouts just throwing the Thunder Spears at the Magoth and the other dudes. The Thunder Spears looks a lot different. Also, the Warhammer Titan smoke, it's a lot more thicker than the TV version. There's a way more smoke covering and trying to mask the Blu-ray CGI. And yeah, Eren's smoke also appears a lot thicker in this version on the Blu-ray compared to the more toony look of the television. Mikasa's face in this shot is kind of the same. Everyone thought it was going to be more like the trailer shot, but nah, Mappa decided to just keep it because she looked okay in this shot. There was no need to redesign her face. She looks fine in this shot. No need to redesign or redraw. As you can see, that's the Marleyan troops are sort of in the train cart. The lighting is a lot different here. There's a lot more shadows and detail to their helmets in the Blu-ray versus the TV, where it's sort of washed out, and the lighting doesn't look that good. It looks very flat in my opinion. Also in this shot, when the Marleyan soldiers are trying to take down the scouts, you can see where Magoth is sitting. The light on the window is a lot brighter and vivid in the Blu-ray compared to the dull version of the television. And as the scouts are whipping and flying back and forth like Spider-Mans and Spider-Girls, you notice that there's a lot of blur in this actually. If you can tell on the TV version, it's a lot clearer, but on the Blu-ray, look at the scouts. Look at the people shooting the scouts. They're all blurred out. They're all gone, blurred. And the Thunder Spear is also different. The explosion is super blurred out on the Blu-ray. I prefer the TV version because there was so much more detail there, and all that detail is just sort of gone, but it is to make it look more cinematic with that camera lens blur. So good on you, Mappa, good on you. They changed the explosion design on the Blu-ray compared to TV. It's way more vivid, it's way more vibrant. There's a lot more sparks and dust and all that lovely jazz flying out across the screen, and yeah, it's looking good. Oh my gosh, Flotch, what has happened to your face, buddy? Even Jean's looking a little bit different there. It looks a lot better in the Blu-ray. His face looks a lot less chubby and pudgy compared to what came before it in the television version. Mikasa, you look better in that shot. Eren's Titan has a lot more smoke in the Blu-ray, and it's blurred out, and there's a lot more bright blue lighting in this shot. It is sort of to mask out the CGI that was shown in there. Eren's face is looking a lot different as well as Mikasa's face as well, to be honest with you. As Gabby's trying to help out her Malian friends, the explosion and this whole scenery is completely different compared to the TV version. The lighting's different on the Blu-ray. It's a lot darker compared to the vivid version of the TV, but in this shot it's a lot more vivid as it's exploding, but there is way more blur. I don't know why Mappa liked to put blur on front of the explosions. I don't think that's a good idea because it just looks so much better when you see that extra detail. Also, they sort of blurred out the dude's face getting, you know, shot and bleeding. This shot's a lot different. There's more lighting on the right hand side window on the building, and in this shot the explosions do appear brighter and more vivid in the Blu-ray. Our girl Sasha is looking so much better. Mappa decided to use the trailer version of this one with her like glaring down Gabby. She looks way less scarier. In the Blu-ray she looks way more kinder, way more worried, but in the TV she looks like she's gonna kill anyone or just eat anything that's gonna come her way. Connie's looking like a demon in that shot, but they changed the lighting of it. I would have expected them to sort of mask out the CGI on Connie, but they decided to show more of the lighting. Sasha's also in the light as well. Connie's face is way different in this shot. They changed the pupils on his eyes for some reason. Sasha, they gave her more of a highlight on her eyes because she kind of looked dead on the inside than the previous one for some reason. They blurred out Connie on the Blu-ray if you look at it side by side. In the Blu-ray there's a lot more smoke effects sort of like flying up. There you go, look at that. Big difference right there. Connie is also sort of blurred out. And when I mean blurred out, I mean blued out, because his face is looking a little bit blue in that shot. Gabby's gritting her teeth, and yeah, as I said before, the Malian soldier got shot. I don't know why Mappa decided to censor this scene. Maybe it was just too much, because yeah, it was a lot of blood on that TV version, but they were like, it's too much for the kiddies, we have to blur it out, we have to blur it out. Warhammer Titan is looking a lot better in this shot, I must admit. Mappa, well done. You actually got rid of the blur on the Blu-ray. You put back the detail and some of the textures on the Warhammer Titan. Very reminiscent of Wit Studio right there with like the non-blur tie-ins. Well done, Mappa. Also adding the strings to Mikasa's ODM gear. And oh, John's face is looking a little bit different there. Warhammer Titan, yeah, well done, Mappa. They got rid of the dark shadow on the Warhammer Titan because this design looks beautiful. You may as well show off the design. It's looking much better on the Blu-ray. It's clearer, it's sharper, it's all there. Very nice, Mappa. This is just wonderful. Thank you, Mappa. Sasha's face is way different in the Blu-ray. She's looking a lot pudgier in the TV, but in the Blu-ray it kind of works with the perspective. They changed John's face and a bit of Connie's face as well. Mikasa blasting the Thunder Spear towards the Warhammer Titan, a little bit of blue there. And yeah, it's another shot where they got rid of the blur effect or the blue effect, because that shot in the TV looked very blue. Mikasa's face in this shot is looking the same, but there's a lot more blue and a lot more blur. Oh, look at this shot with her throwing the Thunder Spears. It's a lot sharper and it's brighter, and the blue just makes it look better. The sky is also looking a lot lighter. As the Thunder Spear is kind of shooting down, the blue is kind of got this hazy blur effect as it's shooting towards the Warhammer Titan, and the Warhammer Titan is looking a little bit brighter in the Blu-ray compared to the TV where it looks kind of dark and dingy. Jean's face is completely redesigned. I did prefer the face in the TV, I will admit. The eyes are a little bit off there, but I guess it is to kind of be faithful to Wit Studio and what came before, because they had longer faces in Wit Studio and they made their faces pudgier. Warhammer Titan's got a bit of blur towards her shoulder, and the Thunder Spears are appearing blue as it's kind of shooting towards her. The background's sort of blurred out on the Blu-ray as well. The CGI shot of Mikasa wasn't changed actually. It's kind of the same. I expected them to sort of reanimate this shot because again there are a lot of complaints of that one specific CGI scene with Mikasa. Eren's face is completely redesigned, redrawn in the Blu-ray compared to the TV. Not too sure why, but I guess it's to be a bit more consistent. His back is a lot darker in the Blu-ray compared to the TV. It is to sort of match the lighting and the shading, which is well done, Mappa, right there. Also, there is a little bit more smoke on the Warhammer Titan as she's trying to climb up. There's a bit of a spotlight on the top left corner on the Blu-ray. The smoke's also a different color as well. Yes, if you look here, the Blu-ray has a lot more textures. Wow, look at Eren's face right there. That's a complete redesign right there. I'm not too sure which one I prefer. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of that face. I kind of thought it looked okay, but the TV one wasn't that bad, to be honest. I'm not too sure why they did that. They blurred out the spike where Eren's arm is on the Blu-ray. I need to play this bit in slow motion because, yeah, Lara Tybur's crystal actually has a bit of a light effect if you look closely. As Eren's ripping Lara Tybur out from the ground, her crystal was appearing a lot more shinier with a sort of rim lighting effect and a lens flare effect. She's also a lot clearer. She's looking like a Russian doll just sort of standing there. I kind of prefer the TV one because it kind of matched with the tone and the shading of the crystal. Here's another shot of Lara Tybur appearing a lot clearer in the Blu-ray compared to the TV when she was covered by a lot of lens flare effect. Mappa seemed to have a knack with lens flares and blurs in this season for some reason. Oh, here comes Galliard about to bite down Eren, but just before we get into that scene, if you see Levi's sort of stool, whatever he's standing on, it's a lot longer and it's a bit blurred out on the TV, but in the Blu-ray it's shorter and it's clearer for some reason. I love the reaction shot of Jean, Sasha and Connie. Porco's face is looking a little bit lighter in the Blu-ray, but in the TV it's a bit reddish. Oh, they actually redesigned Levi's face. His face is looking a lot smoother. There's less bumps towards where his cheek is. If you notice, there's a bit of a bump there, but on the Blu-ray it's a lot smoother. It's shaped a bit more round-like. As Pork is about to be grabbed by Eren Yeager, there is a bit of a spotlight towards his right arm on the top left screen. This entire shot has a few changes if you just noticed. It's kind of blink and you miss it. Yeah, there's a bit of a spotlight. It's looking like there's a moon there. Also the light where Porco's right arm is a lot brighter and more vibrant and a lot more of a glow effect as well. as Porco is witnessing the scouts just absolutely destroying him in shock. His face is looking a little bit lighter in the Blu-ray compared to the TV. As the scouts are coming towards Porco, you see Mikasa and some other scouts. They appear a lot more blurry in the Blu-ray, but in TV they're a lot sharper as well. In this shot there's a few more scouts in the background if you noticed, and they added some more rope lighting effects to their strings. And as Levi's taking the center stage, ooh. In this shot you notice how the scouts' silhouettes are a lot more blurry and more faded with the background compared to the TV version, and Levi's face is looking a little bit clearer, but just want to do that comparison of Mikasa from the Thunder Spears. What did you think of that audio effect? Anyway, that's pretty much it for episode 6. Episode 7, Assault, will come out in 2 days time. Be sure you're subscribed to this channel for more Attack on Titan TV versus Blu-ray comparison. Thank you for watching, and as always, Bolded Reviews signing out.